in a galaxy far, far away. We're here hitting it off with the very first Star Wars movie ever to be made, Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, movie breakdowns. Let's do this. What's up, world? Welcome to another episode of Movie Breakdowns. I'm your host, Ali Zakka, and today we're going to look at the movie Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. Now, before I jump into that, what is Movie Breakdowns? It's a movie review series. We look at new and old movies, give them a grade, A through F, pluses and minuses do count, and let's go ahead and jump into it. So, I've been doing a Star Wars series. You've been following along. You've been seeing how I watch, 1, 2, 3, and my feelings on those movies. I watched Rogue One, you saw that, and my feeling on that movie. Now we're going to come to what kicked off the whole series. What made the movie what it is. I guess not what made the movie what it is. What kicked off the fandom. What kicked off all the craziness with the whole galaxy and everybody loving it and Star Wars and lightsabers. Which, funny, on my way from Black Panthers, when I saw this, the day I'm reviewing this, I was leaving the movie theaters on my way from Black Panthers, driving home, and I saw kids playing out in the yard with lightsabers. And I was like, I remember I used to do that. Had like a glow up sword, and if I didn't have the sword, I pretend something was a glow up sword. Remember my friends would play in the backyard and do lightsaber stuff. But this is the movie that started it all. This is the thing that kicked off everything. And watching it in 2018, I'm like, oh man. I'm glad I did not watch the 1977 version because CGI ruins everything. So because that CGI ruins everything, but because I watched so many movies in 2018 and with CGI chock load of it, and especially watching the first 1 through 3, and you see the CGI in that movie, then watching Episode 4, even though it's the remake, I watched the 1990s version, I guess 98, 97 version, the remake of it. Which, by the way, they tried to change it to make Han Solo shot second. No, Han Solo shot first. Fact. George Lucas said he made a mistake. He wanted a Han Solo character to be a guy that retaliated, but then it changed his Han Solo character altogether. By Han Solo shooting first, it makes him seem more like a cold-blooded killer. But by him retaliating, just say like, oh, he was defending himself. And Han Solo character is a character who don't take it for anybody. Just telling that out there. Unless it's Leia, because then he takes it from her. A lot of it. They had a kid together. Who also ended up killing Han Solo. Who also, you haven't seen that movie, I'm sorry. Anyway, so this is Episode 4. And I'm watching it, and I'm like, okay, cool. I'm watching this movie again. It's cool to watch. I've seen this movie probably a couple of times now, maybe 4, 5, 6, maybe. I've seen it a bunch of times at this point. So watching this, I didn't really have to watch the whole movie to understand what was going on. But this movie picks up right after Rogue One. If you watch Rogue One and watch this movie, you're good. It picks up right after Rogue One, and it's pretty much they're trying to find the droid that has the plans to the Death Star. Now this droid, it's just everybody's favorite droid, R2-D2. No, bring that back. BB-8. Everybody's second favorite droid, R2-D2. The older generation is going to get mad at me on that one. But they're going after R2-D2. And R2-D2 has this message. And this message is for Obi-Wan Kenobi. Which just so happens that C-3PO and R2-D2 happen to go to the planet that just happened to be in the area of the Death Star. I guess not the Death Star, but area of the Star. It's called a Star Destroyer. Wasn't it the Imperial ship, where the ship that is Darth Vader's on? Just happened in the area. They land on this planet, and this same planet happened to have Luke Skywalker on it. Now, as a kid watching this and watching it a few years ago, I didn't really mind it. But now watching it and looking at it like as more of a butt, I should say, I was like, it just so happened as a coincidence that planet happened to be sitting right underneath them. So when they landed on that same exact planet where Ben Kenobi was on, unless R2-D2 already knew where Ben Kenobi was at, because if that was the case, it would make sense why that pod shot off in that direction. That would make sense. Which I guess it would make sense because, no, maybe it wouldn't make sense. Leia don't know where, she doesn't know, well, she know of Ben Kenobi, she knows Obi-Wan Kenobi, so there's a possibility that she knows that he's on the planet, but then she would know that Luke Skywalker, her brother's. Anyway, so that's just me going on a tangent there. That has nothing to do. This movie, they won't find out in this movie. Anyway, so Luke finds the droid. Luke realizes, oh, this is a cool droid. He gets to touch. Start touching on R2D2. Kind of find out he gets to scan up. Leia asks for Obi-Wan Kenobi to get this message and please help. And now Luke's like, all right, I gotta go find Obi-Wan Kenobi, but I only know Ben Kenobi. Maybe Ben knows of Obi-Wan. So he goes find Ben, and then he finds that Ben is Obi-Wan, and Ben is pretty much tracking Luke this whole time. And now it's Luke's time to become a Jedi because the Imperial Empire has been tracking the droids and has killed off Luke's family. Which I saw this scene, I was like, ooh, they're just two dead bodies laying on the ground, incinerated. That's dark, really dark. Anyway, so Luke and Obi-Wan goes find Han Solo, who has the fastest ship in the universe, to get them to the Death Star. This Obi-Wan, Luke, Solo, and Chewbacca with R2D2's 3CPO goes to rescue Leia, which this causes a bunch of other stuff to happen, such as Darth Vader versus Obi-Wan Kenobi, and watching, episodes 1 through 3 and seeing their fight, and then watching Rogue One where Darth Vader has a horrific thriller moment where it's just like, oh my gosh. Then watching this fight, you're like, I feel very let down. So as a person watching Star Wars for the first time, I would say you have to watch 1 through 4, 5, and 6 first, because when you go back and you watch 1 through 3 and then Rogue One and then watch 4, 5, and 6, you're immediately let down at this fight scene because it's like them jousting with each other compared to like the flips and all the crazy stuff, and Darth Vader throwing somebody up against a wall, up against the ceiling, cutting him down. You get zoom, 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 and then Obi-Wan dies, and then this goes back to the rebellion base after they rescue Leia and they get the blueprints. They find out how to beat the Death Star, and they go off to pretty much on this mission to destroy the Death Star. They find it. Luke uses the Force as he's getting followed by Darth Vader, and Darth Vader says, "I have you now." We all know how the movie goes. Death Star explodes. Luke saves everybody. Gets a medal. All right, let's go with the cast in this movie. One, all these people got like booked into their spot besides Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford was able to do like Blade Runner. He was able to do like Indiana Jones, and you could differentiate the different Harrison Fords. But to me, Harrison Ford will always be Han Solo, and that's it. That's why he got killed off when he like brought him back, because these characters are stuck as characters. Luke Skywalker is always going to be Mark Hamill. Carrie Fisher is always going to be Princess Leia. Peter Cushing as Tarkin. Like these characters you can't change. That's why they're all like brought back in CGI and whatnot in other movies and brought back after they passed away. You cannot change these characters, so that's what they are as they are. And the cast is great. Like there's no complaints about any of the cast. However, Darth Vader's writing in this movie is kind of funny. For example, like Vader is talking to his daughter. He's talking to Leia and saying, where's the plans and like that. And Leia's like, I don't have the plans. And Vader's like calling her out on her bullcrap lies and said she's a traitor and whatnot. And Leia's like, no, I'm just passing the ship back to, I'm like somebody on the council, I'm passing the ship. And this is Vader quote, and I quote, "You're a part of the Rebel Alliance." I can't do a Vader voice, so sorry. "You're a part of a Rebel Alliance." I can't do it. Watch out one more time. "You're a part of a Rebel Alliance." Forget it. I'm not going to do the Vader voice. But he says, "You're a part of a Rebel Alliance and you're a traitor. Take her away." I'm like, what? "You're a part of a Rebel Alliance. You're a traitor. Take her away." I was like, why did he say it? But he said it in such a quick response. Like James Earl Jones was sitting there thinking about this, and it was such a quick response. He was, take her away. That's a horrible Vader impression. I should never do Vader again. Never again. But I don't know. And then the character of Darth Vader in this movie, he is still menacing. He is still threatening. Like, you don't want to upset Vader, because in this movie he was just choking people left and right. Like, you said one wrong thing that offended him, he will choke you out. He was like, he don't care. And it was cool to see that, like, Vader, like, it went from this whiny kid in the first three movies to like this death bringing destroyer of, like, just pretty much just monster of a human being. And just, yeah, I don't know. I like Vader in his movie. And to this day, his outfit is one of the most iconic things ever. Everybody knows what Vader looks like. Even people who don't watch Star Wars know what Vader looks like. Any other thoughts on this movie? The music's on point. Imperial March will always be one of the greatest songs, movie score songs to me to ever listen to. The Darth Vader theme song, as I called it as a kid, one of the most iconic things to listen to. The Star Wars theme song is an iconic thing to listen to. Like, it's a great movie. It's a great movie. No, I don't really have any complaints about the movie. It just, I've probably seen it so many times, I'm probably like null to it. So, is this a Friday night movie? If you want to introduce somebody to Star Wars, this is a Friday night movie. Watch it with your friends and family to get used to Star Wars. And grading time. I'm going to give Star Wars A New Hope a solid B. Solid B. I think it's a great movie. Only thing about it, not like a lot of stuff in this movie is memorable. It doesn't really stand out over all the other Star Wars movies. Look at memorable scenes. You have the "I Have You Now" scene, and they always wonder, like, why the Death Star has this giant hole in it. But but like, Rogue One filled all the plots in that. So any issue that you have with this movie, you probably no longer have it, because you already have all the things filled up to it. So give it a solid B. It was a fun movie to watch, and I enjoyed it. What's your guys' thoughts on Star Wars Episode 4? Please put in the comment section below. Please let me know. Please let me know what you guys thought of Star Wars. And please like, share, subscribe, follow, listen, post, or wherever podcast, YouTube, Facebook, wherever thing you're listening or watching this episode on, please do that. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. See you on the next episode of Movie Breakdowns. Keep being awesome. Thank you guys for watching this episode. I really appreciate it. Please like, comment in the comment section below, and please subscribe for more episodes of Grind Towards Success, movie breakdowns, or whatever it is that you're watching on my channel. I have different stuff from interviews to other movie reviews to wrestling reviews. If you're a wrestling fan, please subscribe if you want to see all that and see what's going on. Also, you can follow me on Snapchat here. Follow me on Instagram there to see what I'm doing in my personal life as well as my business and Ninja Warrior. And lastly, you can watch the last episode of Grind Towards Success here. You can watch the last episode of Movie Breakdowns there. Thank you guys once again. I really appreciate it. See you next time. Keep being awesome.